trail cameras are one of the most clever gadgets invented for recording wildlife and nature. But what makes them more interesting is that sometimes they can capture the sinister and the mysterious too. Without these trail cameras, we'll be forever stuck in a rut, believing what only our eyes can see. But before we get started, please give us a like and subscribe to this channel. You surely don't want to miss out on any single episode we have in store for you. Now, the images we're about to share are not for the faint of heart, but your curiosity will definitely make you want to stay. Prepare to be shocked and disturbed as we take a closer look at some of the most disturbing images ever caught on trail camera. So go take your most comfortable seat and get ready for a hell of a ride. First on our list is the pair of mysterious glowing eyes in the bush. Somewhere in Deming, Washington, a guy set up trail cameras in the area to capture the videos of the wildlife that roamed the woods. But one time, while scrolling through the footage, he noticed a pair of glowing eyes peering out from the bushes. At first, he thought it might be a deer or some other animal, but as he zoomed in on the footage, he realized that it could be something else. The eyes glowed with an eerie, unnatural light, casting an otherworldly glow on the surrounding foliage. Well, it could be some optical illusion or camera effects on a wandering animal, but when your hair stands out on end on the back of your neck, you know you're sensing something weird. And because your imagination knows no boundaries, it will surely raise a lot of questions like, could this be an alien? Or is it a ghost child? What's adding to the mystery of this video is that until now, the netizen who uploaded this footage has no explanation for what this thing could be. From the glowing creature, we now move to the strange-looking animal in Louisiana. Taken near St. Francisville, north of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, this hairless four-legged animal was seen hopping over a branch in the woods. At first glance, you would think this was some creature from prehistoric era movies. Upon closer inspection, it seemed to be a hybrid of a kangaroo or coyote, while others said it could be an unknown breed or some kind of animal mutation. While it's true that many images on the internet may be edited or manipulated, there are people vouching for the existence of this animal because they've seen one for themselves. Some popular opinions also pointed out that mutations are common occurrences and should not be dismissed as hoaxes. Mutations happen from accidents during the normal chemical transactions of DNA, often during replication, exposure to high-energy electromagnetic radiation or particle radiation, or highly reactive chemicals in the environment. How about you? What would you do if you found yourself in front of a strange animal like this? Up next on the list is a Bigfoot sighting in Washington. Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization recently released its data on Bigfoot sightings, and with little surprise, Washington topped the list with a whopping 708 sightings over the years. That's 247 times more than the number of Bigfoot sightings in the second state on the list, California, with 461. Florida has 338, Ohio 318, and Illinois 302, rounding out the top 5. A female witness living in Pierce County, Washington at the time had a good-sized area of land at the back of the property, where she and her husband set up multiple trail cameras all over the place. It was sometime in August 2020, while doing a random check on their camera, that they discovered an image of a long-haired humanoid creature roaming around. According to BFRO, Pierce County is one of the top counties in Washington for Bigfoot sightings with 83 reports. Now, with a huge number of sightings all over the states, how could people still disregard these eyewitness accounts? Are we going to conclude it's just a case of simultaneous bouts of delusion among these thousands of people? Even if there's no specific incident that could confirm the existence of Bigfoot, what do these thousands of reported sightings all over the world mean? From Bigfoot, we now go to the inexplicable image caught on an Indiana trail cam. Caught on a trail cam in a backyard somewhere in the west side of Evansville, Indiana, this image stirred a lot of curiosity because of its ghost-like image. At first, it looks like a person holding a rifle pointing down, but then on closer look, it also resembles a Bigfoot. But what makes it creepy is that you can't make out what it is because of its hazy image. Something that's pointing to the possibility that this could be a haunting image of a man who is not entirely present in the physical realm. Whether he's a ghost or a real person, it will freak you out just the same to see him in your yard simply because he is in possession of a long firearm. And now we bring you a prehistoric looking creature that will surely make you look twice. Look closely. Is this a crocodile with the body of a fish? Can you tell if this is a hybrid or some lesser known species of fish? On February 14, 2021, the remains of this strange-looking creature showed up on the banks of the Makrishi Reservoir in Singapore. It measured 1 meter upwards in length, indicating its gigantic size. It had a long, beak-like mouth similar to a dolphin's, and a scaly body resembling that of a crocodile. The creature also had rows of sharp teeth on both sides of its jaw. If it was featured in a movie, it would have given Jaws a run for its money. Surely this is something that you will rack your brains for, not only because it's ancient looking, but it's also freaking real. And if you happen to encounter one while swimming in the middle of the lake, you better pray you can make it to the shore before it sinks its teeth into your butt. This one should shock you to the core as we bring you the mysterious creature on a forest trail. A motor trail community reported a sighting somewhere in Banda Aceh, Indonesia, of a mysterious little creature they had encountered on the forest trail. One of the riders fell off his motorbike when the little creature suddenly showed up in front of him, while the rest of his companions attempted to give it a chase. However, the figure was quick to move as it retreated into the bushes, leaving the men behind shocked and confused. The figure appeared to be smaller than the average human, and it was carrying a wooden stick, probably as a hunting spear. Netizens said the figure might actually belong to one of the ethnic groups in Aceh, particularly the Mante tribe. The Mante is said to be fearful and tends to run away when they encounter strangers. They also have short bodies, similar to the figure in the video. One reason for their elusiveness is that most tribes have remained largely isolated to the present day. They maintain their traditional lifestyles and function mostly independently from any political or governmental entities. Apart from the Mante, there are also other pygmy tribes living in Indonesia. Some are quite hard to spot because of their fear of people from the outside world, while others are a little friendlier. But then, nothing is conclusive because the motorbike riders weren't able to see the figure up close. The figure was probably alarmed to see so many strangers passing by their land that it attempted to drive the riders away to protect their dwellings. Now, if you didn't know about the existence of these primitive tribes, you might think the figure in the video is some kind of fictional character in the Lord of the Rings transitioning into the real world. But one thing is for sure, whatever they are, there are still many mysteries in the world that have yet to be defined by science. What we need is to leave a little room in our heads for the inexplicable, because no one truly knows about all the occurrences on the entire planet. It's funny but true that most debates about these sightings are theoretically based and rarely factual. After all, who holds the absolute truth when everything is a battle of perception? So what do you think of today's stories? If you have comments, feel free to post them below. We would love to read each one of them. Well, that's all for today's video. If you found this episode to be informative and enjoyable, please give us a like. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel because we have more exciting videos coming up. And click the notification bell so you will never miss a single episode. Thank you for watching. See you next time.